Welcome back to Rusty's Arcane World. It's been a long time since I've seen you guys. Well, look at this. The reissues of Playmates for the classic turtle line. I wonder if they're as good as when I remember as a kid. The line seems to be dying out pretty well already, but hey, well, let's see what it's like to actually open these guys up. The main thing I wanted to really show off is this, something I've never had as a kid. Yes, it's the modular. It's something I would have always wanted as a kid, but never got it. So we're going to try this thing out and look at it too. Should be fun. I honestly thought I'd never open these probably, but I decided since they're only reissues, it's probably not that big of a deal just to open them and then actually enjoy them. First you had Shredder, then you got Rocksteady, Donatello, probably hard to tell in the lighting here, Baxter. A lot of these guys I actually got just because I got the original figures, but I don't have the accessories. It'd almost pay if Playmates just did an accessory pack release, where they just re-release a lot of the rarer figures accessories. Because as kids we lost them. There's a Mondo Gecko, and Donnie back there. This is my most recent one I got, Surfing Mike. But there was a reason I got him, because he was one of the few I lost as a kid due to a house fire. Basically, a house burned down and I lost a lot of my original toys from before then. I did get a lot more after that though, so I do have a lot of the figures. Mainly eBay. When it first started, it was easy to get them. Then you have Mutagen Man and Slash. I wonder what my camera's picking up on, because I was trying to scan something on my Slash. Huh, neat. Alright. So let's speed up the footage here and just open them up real quick. Okay, we got them out of the packaging. So I have to go with this, but let's look at these guys first. Starting with Mondo. Yeah, feels about right. Well, don't worry, at the end of the video I'm going to pull out my original ones, the ones I have available to me, to actually compare them to actually the original toys. I just want to get a feel without the originals next to me. Let's see here. The wheels seem tight on this. Like the original one, it definitely slid better, I can tell you that. Paint. This is just going off memory now. It's like, this one feels pretty similar, because I don't think even the tail was painted on the original. The date's at least in the right spots, right there in the back for this one. Alright, so Mondo's a pretty good one. That's a good reissue. Slash. Let's see here. Expected stiffness. Yeah, everything's pretty accurate with him. Where's your date at? It's usually on the butt of the feet. Or on the shell. I do not see the date on you. Normally it's right there. Huh. Well, I'll look at it for that one later, but stands pretty good. Looks pretty good. We'll have to wait until we compare them, but one thing I do notice with Slash, that I'm not sure if I ever remember with the original one, because I'm not sure if I have the accessories for the original one. Still, because as a kid you lose them, of course. It's how gummy they are. Like, this is like extremely, extremely gummy. Like, they have no stiffness at all. So it's like one of those things, like if you were a kid and actually playing with this, it's gone with, like, especially this one. This would be broken within the end of my day with playing with it as a kid. So that's definitely a negative. I hope I have these accessories. I don't remember if I have them or not. Well, if I do, they'll probably put away, so I won't even be able to get to them to compare to it. So let's put that away. Mutagen Man. This one I'm going to be careful with, because I have two of them original. Like, I have two original ones, and one common thing, the leg right here breaks right off, especially with the age. This one's actually slides so nicely. But I have heard online that basically you cannot do what you originally did with these. With Mutagen Man originally, you pop off the top here. I can't get my camera to zoom in, but you'd fill this with water, and you'd put these little tiny accessories that you probably seen in my opening video inside them. Yeah, we'll put these in here with Tim, because my original ones, you'll see when I get that one out. Well, you can't even put them in. Oh, lovely. You probably can't see it, but his head is literally blocking the hole where these go in. This is going to be weird, but I'm going to probably use a screwdriver, because what you get with them, for these little accessories, you get a little fish hook, a little dumbbell, a little wrench. These are supposed to float inside them. Basically, the original idea was they were going to let you buy slime that was a little less viscous, so it'd be green on the inside, because he is Mutagen Man, of course. But overall, these are supposed to float inside with them. So a lot of people use water when I was a kid. So, but that water, though, discolored the plastic. So when I get it out, you'll see it. So basically, you get a slice of pizza, a bone, a little fish, a dumbbell. I'd rather not leave these out because they're going to get lost so quickly. So let's see what we can do here. I don't even think the screwdriver is big enough. Okay, I can scoot it over. Let's see if I can get away with this. That's got to be slim, more slim than that. I wonder if I could use a piece of paper. This is real time you watching me trying to actually put this guy together. Nope, that's not going to work. Ay, ay, ay. There's got to be something I can use here. I have so many accessories. Let's grab Shredder's sword if I can get it off here. One thing I did hate as a kid is these. Because half the time you could never get all the plastic off it. This one's really tight on there. Good thing I get fingernail clippers. Because you had to work it off. There we go. So Shredder's sword, we're going to stab him in the head and see if we can see if it's got just enough to hold it off to the side so I can actually put these accessories where they belong. There we go, got one. The fish went in, the wrench went in, the piece of pizza went in. That was the biggest one, so if he went in, the rest should go in. Whoa, almost lost my dumbbell. Just gotta get the dumbbell down there. Come on, if I got the piece of pizza down there, you're going down there. There we go. Alright, let's get this other way. So yeah, but then we're gonna put this on top. Definitely not secure either, so I can definitely tell you this would not hold water like the original one would. And you get this tube that goes from here, it connects into his top part here. Which knob does it connect to? My goodness, they definitely went cheap on these, didn't they? So if you're a kid playing with this, which I don't think a lot of kids are playing with these. I think it's more or less us adults that want to relive our childhood or just get these accessories are getting these. You gotta be kidding. So basically where it connects here is not gonna fit either. It connects right here to this gun, or it's supposed to. Then he holds it in his hand. This accessory I never had as a kid, so actually it looks like it connects to this top here. Maybe I've been doing this wrong all along. Disconnect that. It seems like it'd be weird if it sticks out like that, though. Somebody got a guide for this? I'll just have to sit here and play with this just to see if I can figure this out. That definitely does not seem right at all. It doesn't seem right if it'd go up here even. It'd stick out. It's almost like something's missing. I'd almost guarantee you something's missing of mine. Because it seems like there should be more or something with them. So accessories wise, it's nice to have those little tiny things in there. Bad overall with, as you can see, the accessories hardly work with them. I don't know if I remember as a kid, because I didn't have the figure here when I was a kid. I only ever got the figure when I got to be an adult, and I only got them loose. So basically I had none of these accessories. If I have any of them, it's a very few. Alright, let's pull Rocksteady forward. Well, his belt has already popped off. That's not a good sign. I mean, I know inflation's the same as what it was back then, but I'm sorry if I paid about $2.99 like I did back as a kid for these things. I would not be very happy with the quality on these. Either I'm spoiled because of my more expensive figures, or I've just had the old ones for so long. It's like, definitely got paint application here wrong. Look, it's all gray on his arms. You probably can't see there. So, definitely blacked out on the paint app. I guess I'm going to be losing my belt, because the belt is not wanting to stay on him. You gotta be kidding. This might be the reason why I'm buying my Rocksteady. Probably doesn't have a belt either. Alright. Yeah, standing's a little awkward. His accessories are on this, and I'm just going to leave them on there for now, so I don't lose them. But this is how I remember them coming as a kid, so that's the same. Alright, let's move on to the next one. The video can't be forever, right? So, Baxter. Honestly, I think his paint application is about the same, besides the wings. I do remember the wings were actually multicolored. And I'll have a comparison at the end, because I'm going to bring out the originals at the very end. But anyway, this date's in the right spot. One thing I remember, these are a pain in the ass to stand. Just because he's so top heavy with his actual wings on. So it's more or less a balancing game. He's standing, but yeah, he's not going to stand very well. Just like the Turtles and Shredder are notorious for in the original set. You're lucky you can ever get him to stand, which, let's just do Shredder next, because I'm not going to be able to get him to stand. Let's pull up his cloak here. I think his leg is wrong. I mean, look at this. It almost looks broken. Like, it's hard to explain with this camera angle. I mean, I don't even think his foot, like if you try to put him flat, it's not going to work. I do remember his pose is like something really weird, like a wide stance. But even at the wide stance, his ankle is not actually doing it. So I am not going to be able to get this one to stand. what I really wanted this one for is the cloak, because I lost my cloak as a kid. And the armor, too. And the armor seems about the same as it. It might have skipped out on a couple things, but my original doesn't have all the armor or anything. Like, I have my original one, but all he's got is just his head. His arms are naked, so there's no blades or nothing. His gondolins are not there. I probably pronounced that wrong, but give me a break. His date should be, yep, his date's right there. But overall, paint application's good on this one. It's so disappointing how the original Playmates toy does not stand. Yeah. Mainly an accessory figure, I guess. Because this one, I got his accessories. Even though they're exactly the same as the turtles. Let's pull out one of them Downies. I mean, carbon copy besides one thing, the sword. This one has the bow staffs, this one has the swords. And let's see here. Where's Leo's? Okay, here's... Yeah, and they're exactly the same. Actually, one has one less sword than the other, I just noticed. Yep. They're exactly the same, but one came with one extra sword. Which I believe the one with one sword is actually shorter, so I used Leonardo's sword on Mutagen Man. My bad. Alright, let's pull up the two turtles. They're about the same anyway. Yeah, that's never a good thing. I can get them to stand, though. Or at least I'm pretty sure I can get you to stand. I think half our job when we were kids playing with these is just getting our figures to stand up and to play with them. Okay, I got them to stand. As you can see, they have the ankle like this. Well, that's a lot different. You would not be able to see it, but the hole here is like 3 times the size. I can't wait to get the original figures out and actually compare them, like actually full out compare them. But yeah, okay, you guys, you can lay down. And the last but not least is Surfer Mike. You know what's weird? When I open this, you probably see me playing with this. I actually have this alone. I didn't know where it came from. So I guess I know where I got the original piece of this, but I don't have the surfboard. Well, I have it now, of course, from the reissue. But everything looks about the same. I don't know if I got one of these after the house fire and all that. So now I have one again. But overall, he's pretty cool. Nice, smooth. I'd say he might be one of my favorite ones of these reissues just because he looks so much better than the rest. The paint app's a lot better. Yeah, pretty cool. Alright, we're going to cut it from there and we're going to go get the modular open, which I'm just going to do that off camera. Because it's probably going to take me a minute or two just to get that all going. Alright. Alright, that took about an hour. I didn't realize it'd take that much to build, but... Here we go. The modular. Pretty cool what it does, huh? Get a better angle on it. That's a very simple mechanism. Works for especially a kid's toy. Opens up so you can put characters in. Just grab the shredder real quick. You can sit up front. With his weird legs and all. And let's put Rocksteady in here. Oh, it actually almost closes too. There you go. Very, very cool. Too bad there's no projectiles, because I remember some of the old toys you'd push a button and something would shoot out. It doesn't have it on this. Or at least this one. I don't have an original, so the original might be a little different, because this one does have all these little tiny pieces here. Not sure if they actually shot out or not, but that'd have been kind of cool. Alright. So we've showed all this off. It's time to comparison time. Let's pull out some of the old toys. And compare them. And my originals are really dusty, so if you see the dust, that's what it is. I definitely need to dust out my toys. Okay, let's see what kind of difference. Well, for one thing, I can see one's definitely a gloss finish versus a matte finish. Color's actually different too. I mean, look at. I mean, I wish you could see the color difference here, but there is a decent color difference between the two. I know mine's an original. Mine's an '88. Right? Let me double check. And then I'm looking at it. Yep, 1988. So that's an original. So the remake, they definitely changed up the color and the finish. Because one's glossy and one's matte. Other than that though, veins, everything, sculpt, everything's the same. That is very interesting. Which one's easier to stand? There's the original one. The new one. That can, there we go. Both of them could stand. Alright. Just so we don't mix them up. Original Mondo. Holy cow, you can see the dust on him. Sorry about that. This definitely tells me that I need to dust off my stuff. So let's see here. Literally, I'm not seeing... Oh, there's a difference. I figured that. The original one, the skate was painted. Or at least for the one I have. And that's all the same. Yeah. Definitely a good thing to have dates, because these two you could probably barely tell the difference between them two. Okay, my original one has a little bit of scuffing because of the play. Okay. I'm going to try to speed this up a little bit. Grab slashes. This is the one I was most curious about. Yeah, the color, you can't probably see it in the video, but in the light I can see it. There's a definite color difference in the head sculpt to the neck for the new one. As you can see, my original is missing its armor, so this one has all the armor and everything because it's brand new. And I'm missing my belt, so basically I'm missing the accessories too, so I can't actually compare them. I mean, I do have the original gauntlets. Let's see here. Yeah, about the same feel. About the same weight. Why in the world did they hide the date on you guys? Oh, there it is. It's under the belt buckle. I can't look at it in this one because it's just hidden. Yeah. This one looks so much more vibrant, the new one, just because it's brand new, and this guy's just... He's been sitting out for a long time, so he's really dirty. Alright. Let's grab both Rocksteady and Shredder. Here's one of the major things I can see. Okay, the original Shredder, there you go, boom, I just stood him up. No problem. Original Rocksteady, no problem. New Rocksteady, no problem. Shredder. What in the world do they do to your legs? I mean, look at that. I mean, let me put Bebop on the Rocksteady and Roxy. So he used to say Bebop and Rocksteady, so that's the new one. Basically no difference between a new one and an old one. Besides maybe a little bit more color on the original. But look at the leg difference on these guys. That Shredder has this, but this Shredder's other leg, it doesn't... There's nothing I can do. It's so odd. This toy is definitely not designed to stand. I give up. As you can see the difference. Main thing I'd like to do is get the armor from him to over here and exchange them. Oh wow. The white in his eyes is painted on this one. The new one, the old one, it wasn't. It was just dots. Of course, you got scuffing, coloring, yeah. But that major difference is the legs. There is just absolutely no way to stand this new Shredder. Alright, let's put him back in here. That's where he's going to stay. He's going to be the permanent driver of my modular co-pilot. I have an original Bebop, but I didn't get him out. No point in getting him out if I don't have the reissue. Baxter Stockman. I was right. There's his color in his wings. In the reissue, they didn't do that. Or at least the one I got, they didn't. I'm not going to reiterate that. There we go. Stands up pretty easily. Try to mimic his pose. Maybe that's what I need to do. They definitely ruin the legs on these new re-releases. It's almost like they never intended somebody to actually open them and look at them. Come on, just... Okay, I forget. His teeth are painted on my original. That one doesn't have the paint. Actually, a lot of the paint's missing on him. Main thing I wanted from him is just the accessory, which I didn't go over. It's over there, but I'm sure we could see a lot more. Let me see here. There it is. The accessory, the fly swatter. See if it actually fits in his hand. It should fit in the original one's hand. Yep, there we go. An accessory I never had, now I have it. The main reason to get these reissues is to get the accessory sometimes. Alright, let's put him away. And then Leonardo versus Leonardo. When they're aged, they're aged. Holy cow. I wonder if the paint only looks this way is because it's over 40, almost 40 years old now. For the figure, because I mean it came out in 88, right? Yep, so it's almost 40 years old. Might be the reason why he's looking so rough. Because he's definitely looking rough compared to the new one. Paint's almost exactly the same. I like his paint better though, with the eyes at least. But the color of the turtle is about the same. Everything looks pretty good. So this one they did pretty good in recreating. Now the fun one. This is what I was describing earlier. You can clearly see it on camera too. This guy had water in him at one time, definitely. I cannot move his legs because they are literally re-glued on. Because I had to glue those legs on because they're notorious for snapping after so many years. Because the plastic here they used is basically rotting away. This guy, there's just no way to fill him with water. This one was intended to be filled with water. So he was supposed to have those little objects in him. But he doesn't have, mine doesn't have them. But I have the objects in my new one. But yeah, that's a pretty cool comparison right there. Let's see if I can zoom in. See, look at that. And I brought out two other figures just to close out the video. Actually, I brought three things out. Let's see if we can grab this guy over here. This is what my sister got me. Still runs too, that's the crazy thing. I just don't have batteries in it because given how old it is, I don't trust it being sitting around with batteries in it. Yeah, I think the bad guy's got a bigger vehicle. Last but not least, these two figures are due on dock for Playmates re-release. These are originals for Scale Tail and Anthrax. I've never had his accessories. This is a pain in the butt. I remember getting him. It was a pain in the butt to get this, but I have him and I have him. I can't wait to get the antennae because there's supposed to be antennae right here in his face, but mine are all snapped off because as kids we were rough with them. So let's hope Playmates keeps re-releasing some of these old ones so we can get the accessories and just have more of the original figures so we can all enjoy them that who didn't get to have them as kids, because I didn't get to have these as kids. You can probably see on Scale Tail there's big holes here, but that's because he's supposed to have a big accessory that goes on him too. So that'd definitely be interesting to see how they do that. So until next time, give us a like, give us a subscribe. See you later.